Spam Musubi's gotta be one of the most elite snacks. During my travels to Hawaii, I ate a Musubi nearly every single day. And it's not an exaggeration to say that they're commonly sold on literally every corner of Hawaii. From 7-Elevens to grocery stores to my favorite spot, Musubi Cafe Yasume, you can find it nearly everywhere. And honestly, regardless of how you make it, there's probably no real wrong way to do it. Because at its core, it's spam, rice, and seaweed. And the harmony of the three make for an absolutely perfect treat. Today, we're making my version of it, and we'll make a homemade teriyaki sauce that the spam will be cooked in, and that bit of fresh grated ginger really makes all the difference. Alright y'all, remember to wash your hands. And the first step is making our teriyaki sauce. My teriyaki sauce is a Seattle style sauce, and we'll start by adding half a cup of soy sauce, and to that we'll add in a quarter cup of sugar. We'll add a splash of mirin and some sake. And I'm actually using this Blue Phoenix rice wine, which is a Vietnamese American brand that I'm a huge fan of. It has subtle notes of pineapple and yuzu that complements this teriyaki sauce perfectly. To that, we'll add some freshly grated ginger, and some minced garlic. We'll give this a good mix until the sugar is fully dissolved, and then we'll put that to the side. And if you like this recipe and you want to learn how to make more of your favorite Asian dishes, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications to stay up to date on all my latest posts. Then for our spam, I think using this less sodium spam is absolutely crucial for this recipe. I find that a lot of Musubis tend to be a bit too salty for my preferences, and I like being able to better control how I season it. So we'll get this cut up into 8 equal pieces, and if you wanted to make your dollar stretch a little bit more, you could cut this into 10 pieces instead. But we'll just start by cutting it in half and continue to cut in half until we're left with 8 perfectly even slices. Once our spam is cut, we'll get this into our teriyaki sauce and let that vibe out for at least half an hour. While our spam and teriyaki sauce is getting intimate, we'll move on to making our rice. Now, sushi rice is authentic to Musubis, but I'm just using jasmine rice today. It's what I always have on hand, it's my grain of choice, and it'll still make an absolutely perfect Musubi. I'll add about 3 cups of rice, and I'm going to wash and rinse my rice until the liquid runs clear. And this will take maybe 3 or 4 cycles, but by doing this, we'll wash away the excess starches, and it'll give us perfectly cooked rice. For jasmine rice, the ratio is 1:1, equal parts rice to water. But if you're Asian, you were probably taught the finger trick. Now, I don't understand all the magic or science behind it because everybody has different size fingers, but basically you'll just put your finger on top of the rice and you'll fill it up with water until it reaches that first notch on your fingertip. I legit don't know how, but I always get perfectly cooked rice every single time by doing this. If you don't have faith though, just measure it out 1:1. We'll get this in our rice cooker or stovetop and just cook that until our rice is cooked through. When it's done, we'll just want to make sure that we fluff it up. Then we'll add our rice to a mixing bowl and let that cool down slightly. And then I'm just going to add in a ton of furikake and give that a good mix until it's evenly distributed. Now, after our musubis have been marinating, we're just gonna quickly cook that in a non-stick pan on medium heat. We don't want the sugars in the teriyaki sauce to burn, so we'll just cook this for a couple minutes on both sides until they're lightly brown. Now, my pan is a little bit too small, so I'm gonna cook this in batches, but what you'll wanna do after they're cooked is pour some of our teriyaki sauce and cook until the sauce thickens and glazes the Spam. When those are done, we'll move that to the side, and then the last step is assembling our musubi. Now I have some seaweed or nori, and I'm just gonna cut this into thirds, and you could cut into half, but I like being able to see that bit of Spam and rice for a better appearance. Cutting into quarters also works, but I personally don't think that's enough seaweed coverage for the musubi, so thirds is my perfect size. Then you'll need this musubi mold, or you can also use the Spam can if you don't have one, but we'll put the end of our seaweed sheet at the mold, add in our seasoned rice, push down on our mold to form a nice firm brick, remove the mold, add a slice of our musubi, and then we'll wrap our seaweed. You'll want to put the seam side down as the steam from the rice will help seal up the nori. Now you can either wrap this up in plastic wrap to eat later, or cut in half and enjoy immediately. And just like that, you've made, in my opinion, the best Spam musubi. As always, the full recipe and measurements is on my blog at feedthepudge.com.
That's the best musubi. That's so good.
Now I can vividly remember eating my very first Spam musubi back in 2010. It was from a local Hawaiian joint up on the Ave called Hawaiian Barbecue, and they were incredibly popular with the college kids up there and were famous for their huge portion sizes. Like legit, you could eat multiple meals with a single order. Now their Spam musubi was honestly nothing special, but after having my first bite, I was hooked, like obsessed. I would crave musubis all the time, but being a broke college kid, I decided it was much more affordable to make them at home than buying each one for like $3 or $4 each. Since then, these have been my go-tos for quick grab-and-go mini meals for when we're camping, hiking, out on the water, or honestly, whenever. And if you love musubis as much as I do, I hope you love my version of it too. And if you've made it this far, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.